This is CBS 2 News this morning.
6:13 at CBS 2, adventure starts with weather, and it's in the DNA of our staff.
Yeah, you could say that. Admittedly, it belongs in some of us more than others. And I'm not really talking about us. We're talking about there's someone else who is above all the rest of us by a landslide. This week's Idaho Adventure follows our web producer, Jerry Manter, and his friend, Carrie McClay, along a 6-day hike.
Okay, impressive there.
Sounds impressive.
Right, all right, stretching 120 miles of rugged terrain from Boise all the way to Redfish Lake.
On our way to Cottonwood Creek.
We're standing on top of Bogus Basin one day and just looking out, and on a clear day you can see the Sawtooth Mountains in the very distance from Bogus, and just had this thought that, man, it would be really cool one day to have the experience of wandering all those mountains from Boise all the way to the Sawtooths and Redfish Lake. So that hatched the idea of the 100+ mile walk to connect these places that are special to both of us. First day was 25 miles. Second day was 25 miles.
Really hot.
The third day we called it our rest day because it was only 22 miles.
I can see Carrie up there.
And then
can't keep up with it.
And then our progress slowed, yeah, as we headed into the more rugged area that Jerry was just describing. And yeah, bushwhacking slowed us to a snail's pace.
Johnson Creek Trail.
The first 3 nights, I think I was regretting it a little bit based on the way my calves felt and the size of the blisters that were swelling up on my feet. I was definitely having some regrets, but I think the way I handled that was just kind of told myself, you know what, I'm just going to go to sleep right now and rest and reassess in the morning. I'm not going to try and process the magnitude of the rest of this trip. I'm just going to go to sleep, see how I feel. And every morning I woke up and was totally re-energized about the challenge and the adventure ahead of us.
I have, over the years, really been attracted to just challenging myself to various things. You know, I first did the race to Roby Creek, and then after that I moved on to marathons, and after I did a couple marathons I started doing ultra marathons. This was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Physically, it's without question the toughest thing I've ever done.
It's Tuesday, so day 3.
For me personally, the hardest thing was just the carrying the pack on my back and shoulders for days, really.
We didn't always make it. Sometimes we ran out of daylight and had to just crash at a trailhead, or we had one cool spot where we crashed on a little sandbar in the middle of the creek, because that was as far as we were going to make it up Johnson Creek that night, and didn't feel like anybody had ever camped there.
Somebody asked me, like, what'd you guys talk about the whole time? I'm like, I don't know.
Mostly food.
Yeah,
just talk about food. It's a cool feeling, I think, to just have that sense that, wow, I walked here. You know, to come to a place that I've been a million times on, you know, by car, but yeah, to walk up and realize you made it there under your own power. Felt pretty special.
We're now jogging on the home stretch to Redfish Lake. And the reason why we're jogging is we have a boat to catch.
It was also really fun to end the hike with a jump into the water, and then a boat ride across the lake. That was fun. It was a little weird to be like in this moving contraption.
This is the fastest we've moved in a long time. Yeah.
No, we had a great time. A lot of good memories, good conversation, and just a great way to spend a week in the backcountry of Idaho.